Hi, welcome to my channel. This is Vinaya Saunders. Today, we're going to talk about relationships. Relationships are a beautiful gift that we come on this planet to enjoy. We actually thrive on these relationships because our life becomes meaningless without them. We isolate ourselves. We're saying, I make enough money now. I don't need a husband, or I don't need a wife. And it's completely unfair to our own self. We've lost ourselves on this planet. Imagine you begged, asked all these people whom you surround yourself with, saying, please play this role for me. No one else can play it. I would like to learn my lessons through you playing it. And you brought them on this planet for you. And then you're saying, I don't need you just because they are not fulfilling a hole within you. Yes, you heard me right. It's your own holes. These people are not supposed to fill it in for you. When you are in a body, you see an external world of feminism, smash patriarchy, mistreat men are useless. You are losing yourself in the role that is not even yours anymore. You just getting carried away to the world that is the world's norm and whatever is trending. You're quitting the game that you designed for yourself. You're leaving everyone who just came for you on this planet. Karma comes back and it comes back multiplied. Without our relationship, we are empty and hollow. Relationships give us creativeness to play roles to our best ability. Some relationships trigger us a lot. All we need to know is what we are learning from that. Ask these questions to make sense of it. What is the purpose of behind why I chose this person to represent this particular role? What is this person bringing out of me? If the relationship is bringing out worse from you, work on yourself to better yourself and give the best you can. Sometimes the other person may be scared and multiple times is unwilling to see your good. That doesn't mean the goodness doesn't exist within you. It's your duty to show them that you are good, not just reflecting what they put out. But you continue working on yourself and doing and being good because no one can reject your goodness and good intentions for long. Yes, why should I make an effort when the other person doesn't make an effort? Oh, I've heard of plenty of these things from my clients. Guess what? You are here to play your role to the maximum ability. It's not about other person at all. We assume if the worst is coming out of us, it may be that person bringing out. But it's not true. We get lost in blame, guilt cycle. Term that the other person is bad, but that's not true either. But if you can genuinely consider that this teacher has the best intentions for me, respect their presence, you will be able to fix their actions and how they treat you, as well as take control over how you see that relationship. Relationships are not just random, they're not. It was planned several times, um, several lifetimes ahead. Synchronized relationships happen only due to karma, balance from past lifetimes. Imagine you and your kindergarten friend decide that I will bring my mom and let's go on a drive to play somewhere in a playground at particular time. You will be there with your mom or dad, etc. Now you show up and your friend shows up all bruised and cranky and crying. You don't leave that person and walk away. You don't quit midway, blaming, it's because of him my afternoon got ruined. You caringly ask what happened. You help and try to play with that friend and make their day better. All relationships take time. It is in our hands how much of investment we can do. If you, even in grocery store, if you're asking how are you and wishing them good morning, it is investing and showing that person is important. You certainly go grumpy and say no words at that grocery person and he's being a jerk. That's not an uplifting experience at all, neither for you, neither for him. It's crappy for both parties. And whenever we hurt anyone, knowingly or unknowingly, it adds to our karma. Your smiles could have changed the day for another person at the grocery shop, the clerk. Don't you think so? Good experience always gets paid forward and your karma multiplies because if you smiled at that grocery person, ask them caringly how they are doing, how their day goes, that person is happy that you filled their bucket up. I mean, of course, it's not your responsibility to fill, but we are entitled on this planet to be happy. Again, take that tourist analogy where you're on vacation, very happy. Even if the other person is grumpy, you spread happiness because you want your time on this planet to be beautiful and filled with joy and happiness. Similarly, our primary contracts, whom we live with, matter to us. So stop reflecting back. You did this to me, so I don't care about you. I disregard your existence because you're not filling my bucket. Is not going to help anybody. You are deceiving yourself because at the end, all these relationships and the memory and the lessons you learned from them are the things that you're going to carry forward in your next life in his role and is not participating in the relationship. You don't reflect the same and disregard his presence. A lot of people don't have partners to go home to. When I did healing sessions and encountered a lot of single women, was the same time when I was quite mad at my husband to go back home to because dishes were there, kids wouldn't have cleaned up the house. So I held a little bit of resentment towards my husband. At that time, most of these women said, Vinaya, when you go back, at least there's somebody to open the door for you. That's when I had to come to conclusion that each person in our life is part of us and we are in each other's life to cherish and play this game of life that we decided long back. Why are we quitting in between and becoming this angry young, single kid? Like I was an only child for a long time, so it's like you just tend to push away everybody because you think somehow you're this perfect, super good, and can manage life just because you learned how to be alone. I know how it sucks. Like I keep telling my kids because each one wants to be a only child and get all attention of the parents. I said, you guys have something more amazing than just being a single kid with all kinds of toys and all those things, No point letting ego come in between. Having a clean home without my kids and husband would be meaningless to my life. Their smiles, their presence make my life purposeful and meaningful. Don't you think so? We are so engrossed in our I am not filled, my bucket is not filled. I need somebody else to really clean this up and make me feel loved. It's not going to happen. Every relationship needs to be cherished as a gift from divine, which we have ignored and stopped valuing, unlike our ancestors did. Wounded feminine energy. Why should I compromise? Why can't he do things for me? It is only going to make your life hollow and unfulfilled. as women, we don't have to imitate what our movie shows. They have an agenda to change us and steal our ability to love and nurture. I'm not saying stick to toxic, abusive relationship, but ask yourself, what is that person teaching? Just like no one wakes up and schedules in their calendar that at this time I'm going to say this and this person will be pissed. It is happening for a reason. You being one to dissect it and learn from it will be worthwhile for your life. Why are you attracting undeserving experiences? Are you being a victim constantly? Or do you lack love for yourself that you don't know how to draw boundaries? No matter what happens, relationship are what we are here on planet for. Research says isolation kills our brain. We are social creatures. We need to fill our life with more meaningful relationships for us to feel rewarded and fulfill life. Don't live an unfulfilled life and mess up your relationship just because your expectations are not met. Expect more from yourself than expecting from others, which is one big mistake we make. Our lives are very precious. Treat all you are with in your life well now and today. When they're gone, not sure how many more lifetimes it may take for them to reschedule to be with you. You may be left thirsty and waiting on hold longer than you know. Yes, our consciousness and our soul has a higher plan for us. That's why these people are in our life. Quitting, divorcing, getting rid of them is not going to bring you any joy. Companionship matters. And to hold on to that beautiful person that God chose for you is what is the best. Because when you go looking out for other people to be your companion, they might not even feel 1% of what this person is doing. Again, sometimes it does happen that you have to look out and then you will find another person just because karmically that person was meant to be with you. So, even otherwise, make sure you invest in relationships. It's important for your own journey.